Coming up on the Charge on Air, how organizations on campus bring voters to the polls.
Also, listeria outbreak is reaching our local stores, causing concern.
And find out about a space competition at the big game tomorrow where you can win a special prize.
In sports, how the Knights' new jerseys tie our football team to space history.
All right, Knights, ready your shields. The Charge on Air starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to the Charge on Air. I'm Abigail Smith.
And I'm Sara Castillo. Today is Friday, November 1st, 2024. We have breaking news from downtown Orlando. An investigation is underway after a shooting last night along Orange Avenue. Charge on Air reporter Andrew Montana is live at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, guys, I'm here at the intersection of Orange and Central in downtown Orlando, where about 12 hours to the T this time this morning, shots were fired. Now, if we can pan the camera real quick over here to my right-hand side, that Taco Bell Cantina is where shots were originally fired, according to Orlando Police Chief Eric Smith. From there, the suspect made his way this way, just about a block north to the intersection of Central and Washington, where he opened fire a second time, and then police were able to detain him, take him into custody. Now, the suspect is by the name of Jalen Dwayne Edgar, a 17-year-old who has a charge linking to his name back in 2023, just last year, of grand theft. So as for his motive, there's nothing yet confirmed by the police chief, but he did give us this quote saying, "It's unfortunate they see somebody they don't like, somebody they have some sort of beef with, but they take whatever action that they're going to take." And in his wake, Edgar did leave behind 2 people dead, including a 25-year-old man and a 19-year-old man. On top of that, there are 7 people hurt, currently in the hospital, but luckily they're all in stable condition.
Andrew, can you tell us how the roads are looking after last night? What areas are closed off, and can drivers and pedestrians get through that area?
Yeah, for sure. So as for road closures, as you can see, and probably even hear behind me, this intersection of Orange and Central is currently running as smoothly. We even got a peek down where the second shots took place, where the suspect was detained on Orange and, Central and Washington. Coast is clear there as well, but on the way here we did get some we did take a look at traffic reports, and the only thing that we really saw were a couple of road closures sprinkled as far north as Colonial and as far south as East Anderson Street. That's just a couple blocks south of the Kia Center. And speaking of the Kia Center, the only main hub of road closures was between the Kia Center and Camping World Stadium. But that's about all the information we have out here at the scene. Back to you, Abby and Sada, at the desk.
Thank you, Andrew. Our thoughts are with the victims and those who were affected. We'll keep you updated with more information as it comes out.
Any student seeking help or resources could reach out to Counseling and Psychological Services at any time of the day at 407-823-2811.
UCF celebrated Halloween this week with events aimed to bring students together for fun and relaxation. Community night took place Wednesday evening at Barnes & Noble Plaza, where students enjoyed free dinner, games, and pumpkin painting. Those with the best pumpkin designs were awarded a gift card. In downtown, another event called Halloween had students show up in costumes and explore wellness resources. Counselor Fontella Jones from Valencia College shared why she wanted to make this event both educational and more enjoyable for students.
So we thought, what better way to provide students with education, information, while also having fun. So we wanted to do a holistic wellness fair for our students that will cover financial wellness, physical wellness, health, and emotional well-being.
Both events offered students a chance to engage in Halloween fun while promoting overall wellness. UCF continues to foster community and support students' well-being through events like these.
Today starts the first day of Dia de los Muertos, also known as the Day of the Dead. It's a 2-day mourning in the Mexican culture for their deceased loved ones. Those who celebrate believe that the passageway between the real world and the spirit world is open, allowing their spirits to come back and visit. Families set up decorations on their family and friends' graves and set up tables called ofrendas furnishing them with pictures, food, flowers, and candles. Families preparing weeks in advance to prepare to mourn. The celebration ends this Saturday, November 2nd.
Election season has officially begun, but have you casted your vote? This week, I took a deeper look into how you can vote on campus. Casting your ballot for this presidential election as a UCF student and Orange County resident is made simple by the voting location on campus. Through the efforts of Knight's Vote, the Live Oak Center on campus has so far allowed many local residents to vote. Christopher Heath, the POI of the supervisor of Orange County elections, says there are 22 voting locations in the county, including the one on campus.
But if you're registered to vote in Orange County, you can vote here on campus. And I took advantage of going to the location here on campus. So it's available for students. And that's really kind of the point behind it, is to give students who may not have transportation to go to an early voting site the chance to vote, especially if they are Orange County voters.
Heath said as of Wednesday, there are 20 to 21,000 people voting every single day. And each day, that number keeps rising. I'm here at the Live Oak Center on campus, where Orange County residents and UCF students can come to cast their ballot. Integrated business student Carter Rubel said he went to vote after class, and it was the easiest way to do it.
It's just the easiest way to do it. Figured I might as well get it done early. And yeah, I think it's important for everyone, especially people our age, to get their vote out and not wait around till election day.
As the mandatory early voting period comes to an end on November 2nd and the election date approaches, the voting location on campus will remain open to those who still need to go to the polls. In Orlando, Abigail Smith, The Charge on air. The Live Oak voting location on campus is open now through November 3rd from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Election Day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
More Halloween celebrations took place yesterday to welcome the spooky spirit right here on campus. The Military and Veteran Success Center hosted a block party for students to trick-or-treat up and down East Plaza Drive. Student organization booths lined the road, giving out candy, snacks, and other goodies to students dressed up in their best Halloween attire. The UCF Fire Department also stopped by to take part in the festivities and pass out sweet treats to students. As the celebration continued, students participating had the chance to learn more about the community at UCF.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, Sarah, is it just me, or did it not feel like Halloween yesterday with that weather? It was so hot.
I agree, Abby. It's been so hot recently. Let's check in with our weather anchor, Bryanna Howard, to see if we have any luck and see what the weekend holds.
I have good news. There are clear skies as blue as my dress. And I know it's November 1st, but Halloween events are still happening. Don't worry about the weather because everything will be just fine. Speaking of November 1st, Merry Christmas, as Mariah Carey would say. But now let's look at the current conditions. Current temperature is 83 degrees with a low of 66 degrees tonight. The humidity is 74%. Wind directions is heading east at 6 miles per hour. And the best news of all is that there is a 0% chance of rain. So if you guys want to go to a pumpkin patch, go out to eat, you can do so because there's no rain.
I just might.
Thank you, Bryanna. Coming up, if you want to go ghost hunting, learn more about the urban legends.
Plus, how one homecoming event is being pushed back all the way to spring.
Oh my gosh.
Whose husband won't be home for months, and whose daughter is due any day. We're with Mike, who's leaving home to protect his family and yours. We're with all service members and their families who need community, connection, and maybe a bit of magic. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today. We're with Liam after his 4th military move. When being new is starting to get old. We're with Tara during the holidays when she misses home the most. We're with all service members and their families who need connection, comfort, and a home away from home. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
You can just keep watching and scrolling, and the world will still feel like it's falling apart.
Widespread missile attacks. Also evacuation in the west.
Or you can take action by joining a movement that's creating real and lasting change instead. Partnering with communities around the globe to help uproot poverty and plant seeds of hope for a brighter tomorrow. Because at World Vision, we believe that no situation is hopeless. Join a movement that's changing the world for good.
What did you end up doing with your boyfriend this weekend?
We told you about one mysterious alien presence last week, but it turns out the UCF campus is full of spooky stories. The eeriness of the library could be more than just the quiet atmosphere. Graduate student Sarah Bosefield led a tour around campus based on thrilling personal accounts from students and faculty. According to Bosefield, library staff and students have felt a ghostly presence in offices and between the stacks of books. She says her favorite legend about campus matches our map with the designs made by the life in the cosmos.
The plan was that it was going to be shaped like the cosmos, and that's why a lot of the streets have constellation names. That actually the university covered it up, and it was really they created instead of a cosmos, the plan for the university is actually a crop circle.
Plans have yet to be confirmed, but there's no denying UCF's ties to space. If you're interested in knowing more on the legends and lores on campus, you can check out storymaps.arcgis.com.
The Division of Student Success and Wellbeing says it continues to boost student engagement. The Charge on Air reporter Jovanni Surin tells us more on what's new for students.
For some students, getting accustomed to college can be difficult. Undergrads in their first year may seek assistance with finding a major and meeting fellow classmates. UCF says more than 8,000 freshmen and almost 7,000 transfer students enrolled in the university last fall. Kinesiology major Rayala Strawn says she faced a few struggles finding a way to fit in on campus.
Yeah, specifically my freshman year, being that I came to an entirely new city where I knew nobody, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do when I did get in college. So it's just a matter of exploration of myself, who I was going to get involved with, what I was going to get involved with, and what I wanted to do while I was in college.
The Office of Student Success and Wellbeing, also known as the SSWB, says its goals are to help students thrive as Knights. Under the division of the SSWB, students have found a new way to ease their academic journey. The My Night Star app, which is powered by Navigant students, provides several key features for students. The app highlights numerous ways for those on campus to get accustomed to UCF life. After students log in with their NID, the app is fully accessible. The features range from study buddies to Major Explorer to appointment scheduling. Training manager at SSWB, Jenna Nobili, says the app will help students personalize their college experiences.
So this app is a student success tool, and our goal with students utilizing My Night Star is to help them navigate their academic journey. There's a lot of aspects of the app that are personal to the student, their experience, and their major.
After using My Night Star, Strawn says the app is beneficial in many ways.
I think the app is very beneficial in terms of finding what works for you, in terms of just being a college student trying to navigate your way around.
The My Night Star app says it will add a new academic planning feature, which will be rolled out next spring. In Orlando, Jovanni St. Cern, The Charge on Air.
The app can be downloaded through Navigate 360 Student on the App Store or Google Play on your device.
The police program at UCF is one of the only programs in Central Florida that mandates crisis intervention training for officers. Crisis intervention training for CIT is a key part of UCF's police force requirements. Just 2 months ago, that same training was crucial for Officer John Watkins, who responded to an incident last year in Parking Garage F. Watkins received the Don and Judy Crisis Intervention Team Award in September. He expressed his gratitude for the honor and credited his UCF training for equipping him with the skills he needed to respond effectively.
Felt good to be recognized, right, for the work that we do. We put a lot of effort in our training. Mental health is a big, big thing. We're allowed to take our time here and work on those things, work on the calls, right? Spend time with the people, talk to them, figure out what's going on, see how we can help them, and give them a lot of additional resources.
According to UCF PD, all officers are required to complete an 8-hour mental health first aid course and a 40-hour crisis intervention training. Mental health is one of Chief Manger's top priorities for the UCF agency.
There are heightened concerns about food safety. I give you guys a deep dive on this after a series of recalls were linked to harmful bacterial contaminations in several food products. For nearly a month now, there's been several food products in notable grocery stores across the U.S. being recalled for listeria. It started with a massive recall of meat and poultry from Bruce Pack as serious violations of health and safety regulations were revealed at one of their plants. Isabella Sanchez, a senior at UCF, says while she frequently shops at Trader Joe's, Publix, and Walmart to buy her groceries, this hasn't really changed her shopping habits.
When I found out, it made me a little nervous. It didn't really change my shopping habits a lot, but it did make me a little more hesitant about what I was buying.
Sanchez says she cooks at home every day and has a meat-based diet.
Meat-wise, I usually eat chicken or ground turkey, and then ground beef is probably twice a week, 3 times a week.
Since then, there's been several other products recalled due to listeria contamination, such as Great Value frozen waffles from Walmart. Over 600 varieties of frozen waffles manufactured by Treehouse Foods are affected by this. According to the U.S. Food Safety and Inspection Service, these recalls have been actively going on in our food products for the last couple of weeks, but before we start getting overwhelmed, Dr. Annette Khalid from the UCF College of Medicine says we have nothing to be worried about.
The fact that we are recognizing and catching these is really, really good. That actually should give you confidence in the strength of our food supply.
However, if you have consumed any of these food products recently, some symptoms of listeria to keep an eye out for include fever, muscle aches, headache, confusion, loss of balance, and convulsions. According to Treehouse and Bruce Pack, no confirmed reports of illness have been identified, but consumers should double-check if they have recalled products in their freezers. In Orlando, Sara Castillo, The Charge on Air. If you have experienced any of these symptoms mentioned earlier, it's better to be safe than sorry, so please head to your nearest medical center to get checked out.
For homecoming last week, comedian Zach Fox was supposed to come to campus for comedy night. The morning of the event, the UCF Homecoming Instagram page announced the comedy show had been canceled. Students on Reddit who knew him from the show Abbott Elementary were sad to hear he couldn't come. We spoke with Naya Hearn, a homecoming committee member, and she told us that Fox said that he was sick. To make up for the event, the new comedy night is scheduled for spring of 2025.
As the UCF Space Game approaches, the Florida Space Institute has something special up its sleeve. The FSI is hosting its tailgate at Memory Mall as well as the IOA Plaza. There's also a competition where the space group with the best setup will win 8 tickets to Kennedy Space Center. FSI Interim Director Julie Brissett spoke about the goals of the tailgating event. People there can interact with rovers, games, and even a lunar simulation.
As the space obviously we love football, everybody does. And having a game that is sort of dedicated to space, it allows us to also showcase all these other space activities that we have going on at UCF.
Brissett also encouraged everybody to stop by the FSI's tent for some free swag. Outside of the space game, the FSI will also make an appearance at the UCF STEM Day event today until 2:30 p.m.
As the space
After the break, we'll get a look at the national weather with our partners from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University.
We'll be right back.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we are at our best, we have more to offer the world around us. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. You can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. I wonder why we waited so long. I'm not wondering anymore. Love, your mind. Let's see how far we can go.
Now let's check in with Deja Sanders from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University for a look at our national forecast.
Week is going to be a busy one in the U.S., starting with some rain and snow off the west coast, moving into Washington and Oregon, and it will be moving into places like Northern California and Idaho throughout the weekend, with snow in higher elevations and rain in the lower ones. That is all caused by a jet stream that will be moving all the way across the U.S. to the Great Lakes area, affecting the northeast area as well, bringing rain and cooler temperatures. Now there's another jet stream that's going to be causing rain and severe thunderstorms in the Texas Central Plains area, and that's because of this moisture that's moving from the Gulf and causing rain and thunderstorms. Now there's this stationary front that's going to be causing those thunderstorms to linger, so we're going to be seeing some excessive rain in places like Texas, moving off into Oklahoma and Kansas. Now back to you guys with weather in Florida.
Thank you, Deja. There's nice weather this week. We had no rain and temperatures mostly stayed around the 80s. Weather this week will be in the high 80s in the morning, but will warm up to the lower 80s in the middle of the day. Tonight will be in the mid to low 70s. Next week, we might see some rain on Monday and Tuesday. The temperatures will be in the high 60s in the morning and low 80s in the afternoon. Here are the current temperatures for Central Florida. Gainesville is in the 82 degrees, Palm Coast 81, Leesburg 83 degrees, as well as downtown Orlando and Winter Haven. Tampa is at also 83 degrees, and Melbourne is at 82 degrees. There is a football game tomorrow, so if you plan on going, you don't have to worry about weather because the skies will be clear. Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast for Central Florida. Saturday will be 82 degrees with a low of 68 and a 30% chance of rain. Sunday and Monday will be 83 degrees, and Sunday will have a low of 68 degrees, and also Monday will have a low of 69 degrees. However, they both will have a 10% chance of rain. As far as Tuesday, there will be a high of 86 degrees, a low of 71 degrees, and a 30% chance of rain. On Wednesday, there will be a high of 84 degrees, a low of 71, and a 30% chance of rain. Now, back to you guys at the desk.
Coming up, we dive deeper into UCF football's Space U uniforms and the science behind it.
Plus, Knights volleyball has a bit of fun as it has their Halloween and Space U game.
We'll have some more out of this world news in sports after the break.
Bree, that was so cute.
Experience was so uplifting. It was participatory amongst the whole entire crowd. All of us are coming together, not only for that walk day, but for every day.
Walk MS is like walking into a world that you belong to.
Happiness, meet with other people who have MS, have a great support group.
I love the energy at Walk MS. Just knowing that there are people out there that care so much. It is community, it is family. I can ride that high for the rest of the year.
It feels good to know that I'm not alone in all this. We're all in this together, trying to find a cure.
A cure is on the line for me.
For me.
For me.
A cure is on the line for all of us.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we are at our best, we have more to offer the world around us. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
How crazy it is at UCF right now.
What's up, Knights? I'm Gabrielle Giles, and I'm here to bring you some sports news that is out of this world. The Knights are once again reaching for the stars with their latest space game uniforms. The Mission 8 uniforms are more than just eye-catching. There is science behind the spacesuit. The design features details inspired by NASA's Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the moon. Carrie Donaldson-Hanna is an associate professor who explains the details of the Space U uniform. Donaldson highlights the lunar regolith, or space dust, featured on the jersey.
SLS is the rocket that is going to take the Artemis missions to the moon. And so the pant legs actually pay homage to the rocket that's going to get the astronauts to the lunar surface. We also see in the patch, the mission patch, an homage to the Artemis program. And then we also see the Orion constellation, which Artemis is sent Orion into the stars to be a hunter there.
Fans are excited to see the Knights show off these uniforms tomorrow against Arizona. This will be the UCF's 9th space game, and kickoff is set for 3:30. The Knights have an undefeated streak in space games, and a win tomorrow could break the 5-game losing streak. On Wednesday, UCF volleyball faced off against the Cincinnati Bearcats for its annual Halloween in Space game. The Knights dressed up in blue shirts and passed out spooky t-shirts and volleyballs. This was the second time this season the two teams have faced off. The first time they played on October 5th, the Bearcats won 3-0. Unfortunately, the Knights faced the same fate and were unfortunately swept again. Head coach Jenny Marr explained to us what it means to have fans dress up.
Yeah, because of the hurricane and having to postpone the space game, we kind of lumped it all into one because we have a limited number of home matches left. So we're so thankful for our fans and them buying into the theme for sure.
UCF's next game will be against Texas Tech on Friday at the United Supermarkets Arena. The Orlando Magic's very own Paulo Banchura put up historic numbers on Monday. His 50-point double-double plus 9 assists led the Magic to a 4-point victory against the Indiana Pacers. This is the first 50-point game of the NBA season and the first for the Magic since Tracy McGrady in 2004. Orlando's next game is tonight at 7 p.m. in the Kia Center against the undefeated Cleveland Cavaliers. All the time we have for sports this week. Back to you, Abigail and Sarah at the desk.
That's our time for right now. Thanks for joining us, and remember you can always keep up with us during the week on our website, thechargenews.com.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good day.